The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the January 8th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, but even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Well, you can't pick up that phone right now, but you can send me an email. And send that off early, if you will, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We got most of the U.S. indices, are really all the U.S. indices trading the downside. Dow's off 44, S&P 11, NASDAQ 58, Russell's down 27, Tranny's off 10, semis are down 68. Gold is up $14, with silver being up 10 cents. You've got the U.S. dollar index up at least 600 ticks out here, 612. You've got light sweet crude off 47 pennies. It does have that completed TD9 count top. Natural gas up 19 cents. 30-year Treasury off a nickel, off 5 ticks, and print out 112 even Steven. And you've got the 10-year note print out at 108.07. Our leader in the clubhouse, our leaders, I should say, in the clubhouse, dollar-wise, led by Eli Lilly, $13 move, nearly 2%. Intuitive Surgical, $12 move, 2%. Synopsys, about a $10 move, 2%. Equinix, $9, about a 1% move there. Shakers to the downside, led by Ionic, off $22 or 44%. Holy shnikes out there. GE Verona down $15, 4%. Alta Beauty down 3% or 14. Asmil Holdings 13, nearly 2% there. And Kura Sushi down $13. That's about a 13% move. Let's begin our day by taking a look at the New York Stock Exchange. Its advanced client oscillator out here. Hopefully today's show runs smoothly. It'll be a real combination of my e-signal system and the Ninja Trader system as well. Right now, if we take a look at that advanced client oscillator, panel number 2 on the from the bottom, panel number 3 from the top, you can see it's below the zero threshold level. Reading right now about minus 63. We closed below this yesterday. We closed below this. When I say this, we closed below the zero threshold level yesterday. We closed below it again today. That signals that sellers are the ones in control. We can see at the bottom portion of my screen that the spot VIX index is above the 50-day exponential moving average. So that also provides sellers with an edge out there. So sellers are the ones with the edge. What we're going to try to figure out is what's going on from an intraday perspective. So let's go start off, see if Stevie can get over here. I believe we're right now. We should see the intraday time charts here for the NQ. So we got the left-hand side. You've got the daily time frame. You can see they were trading with inside its daily profile. Its next level of support is 21,096. It is a slightly bearish structured profile, and that would suggest that price might run all the way down to that 21,096 level. If we take a look at the 5-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame, and the 2-hour time frame, the other 3 on the top panel, what we'll see here is we will see, so the 4 hours is the one that had that TD9 count top. And prices pulled back basically to where price had broken out from, which was 21,208. You got 21,208.50 for the 2-hour, the 4-hour, and the 5-hour time frame chart. So that number again today is really important to watch. If we close below that, well, that's going to get us certainly down to the 21, or should at least get us down to the 21,096 level. level. However, it's that bottom panel of charts, all four of them, 60, 30, 15, and the 10-minute charts that are putting up a fight. 10-minute, as an example, has a TD9 count, Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern, and price running in resistance at the top of its profile. 21, 374.50 has been tested and rejected several times. That's the key level to the upside that you're watching, at least an initial key level to the upside. If price can close above that, then what that should do is rally, take up price up to the 21,445 level. On a 10-minute basis, that's where it broke down from. In the case of the 30-minute time frame chart, Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern, a consolidation between support at 21,244. That's been tested and rejected, and resistance 21,402. 21,403. That's also been tested and rejected. So that's up the consolidation pattern for the daytime. 60-minute time frame chart, also with the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, also with resistance at 21,402. And it has support down at 21,266. So that's what's going on. We take a look at the NQ. Let's go figure out what's going on inside the ES Mini out here. See if it's got a similar set of chart patterns, which I presume that it does. But time will tell, and we'll get this here populated momentarily. So far, so good. Ron's watching Lightspeed Crew today and the Russell 2000, thinking short, your short-term analysis. So we'll certainly take a look at that. Here we'll take a look at the ES Mini. So what I will do is after the ES Mini, Ron, I'll put the Russell 2000 daily equity future, the charts up on our screen as well. So here, if you look at that bottom row, just like on the NQ, the ES Mini's got all kinds of bottom patterns. Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom patterns and TD9 counts out there. Now, key level of resistance that I see is at about the 59.51 to 59.58 level. That's the top of the 10-minute and then the top of the 15-minute profiles out there. So watch those as resistance. 59.51 has already been tested and rejected twice, really twice during the last 20 minutes out there. So watch that area. You had a TD9 count top on the 4-hour time frame chart. Price got nearly back to its breakout level. Doesn't always have to get all the way down there to tag that at 59.2375. What we can say thus far is the breakout level is held for the 4-hour, for the 2-hour. I'm sorry, for the 5-hour, the 4-hour, not the 2-hour out there. The 2-hour chart needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a buy the D point bottom out there. So watch that. Both the ES Mini, so you've got a big battle that's going on out there. We can see that between those shorter term time frame charts. That would be 10-minute through 60, and then the longer term ones, 120 through 300 out there. You know, they may have bottomed. There certainly looks like it's trying to bottom out there. I said we would take a look at the Russell 2000. Let's see if we get these charts here fired up before we go to the break and cover that for Ron. So I would say, Ron, at this stage here, with the ES and the NQ being close to those support levels that we took a look at along the top area, those were the TD9 count breakout areas out there. I'd be careful in shorting the market until those levels fail, or wait for a rally that you can sell into as opposed to trying to sell now. Now, if you look at the bottom row of the Russell 2000, you're going to see TD9 counts or Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom patterns here. Where's the next level of resistance that I would say would be key? I would say that 2249-ish area, between 2249, that's the oscillator and change on a 60-minute, and then 2254 on the 30-minute time frame chart out there. A to B equals CD pattern on the 120-minute. Right now it shows a bullish engulfing candle. That could confirm a buy the D point pattern, and that ought to take price up to 2255 or so. So I'd say hold off, and you got a TD9 count bottom that's forming on the 5-hour time frame chart. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. I built a number of different screens last night, early this morning, until I can get that there. And the folks at eSignal are being great, really trying to help me to resolve that issue, the issues that I am having out there. So right now I've got this kind of as a backup. It's a similar, very similar, not really similar screen to what we had there. But here, if we take a look at, you've got our primary indices and the index ETFs and the sectors inside the S&P 500, equity futures, currencies, and just a couple of instruments, miscellaneous, to take up a couple of rows on that bottom panel out there. But you can see I've got the TD9 count tops out here. And as we talked about yesterday, we talked about light sweet crude was forming or completing a TD9 count, confirmed the TD9 count top yesterday. The star here tells us it's a confirmed pattern. And we have that same thing here for the XLE. So Mr. Bill's asking about the XLE. So we'll do that here too. But you're asking that short, I mean, we couldn't have been more clear. I think yesterday with price running up to the top of that weekly profile that we looked at on the eSignal charts out there, completing a TD9 count top. So yeah, it gave you that topping signal out there. Now, if you look at the money and where price should should pull back to, I should say, the first target level. Whenever you get any kind of a top, here we've got a TD9 count top, it just says that you should pull back to test support. It doesn't tell us whether it will bust through support, or the pattern will get negated, just negated by closing above the high of the pattern. So whatever today's high is, which right now it looks like that is likely the high of the day or the high of the pattern, that's at 75.29. That's what price would have to close above to negate that signal. So therefore, what price ought to do is pull back towards 72.37. That's the first level of support. 73.18. If we look at that 30-minute time frame chart, you can see it's in an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside as we speak right now. Its first level of support is 73.18 out there. Now, if price closes below 72.36, it's going to move. Don't worry about the 36. It's going to be less than that as price moves lower. But if price closes below that green oscillator and change line, and I teach you how to calculate that, just sign up for Mastering Probability for 29 days. Costs you nothing. You're going to get an extraordinary set of tools out there that you can apply to your charts. Here, if it closes below that oscillator and change line, then $71 would be the next price target. 69.71 to 69.33 would be another price target. So yes, we've gotten that signal for light sweet crude. Now let's take a look at the XLE. Of course, the nice thing here is I can just, the way it's supposed to work, is I can just touch that and we get up the XLE charts out here for the daily, monthly, the weekly, and the 30-minute time frame. So for this, just for one time frame, for one intraday, I've used that 30-minute, which you were asking for anyways out there, Mr. Bill, so that works out pretty well. So here we take a look at the XLE. It's going to go ahead and complete its TD9 count top today. Price should pull back to support. So in this instance here, the first level of support to the downside is 86.34. Now the monthly chart has a Rhodes momentum indicator top, and we have been trading sideways. It formed that top in April 2024 with a bearish shooting star candle. We've really just consolidated sideways. Out there is nothing to suggest that we would do something different. On a weekly time frame chart, what you'd really want to watch is the breakout level, and that's at 82.41. So price rallied up right into the level where it should find resistance. That was the bottom or the center of its bullish structured profile, which has been below on a weekly basis for more than 2 consecutive sessions. That's between 88.36 and 90.64. And on a 30-minute time frame out here, you've got a TD9 count bottom that formed at 4 o'clock 2 days ago on the 6th. On Monday. And then what that TD9 count top was, it rallied. First, it rallied up in the oscillator and change line. Then its TD9 count breakdown resistance level out there. And now we're testing. We've actually tested and rejected the top of that 30-minute swing point, and we've rallied off of it. The key level here to be watching, Ron, this is the XLE. I would say if you're looking at it from a short standpoint, Mr. Bill, is a close below 86.85 is going to suggest that you head lower. So you're completing that TD9 count top. XLE ought to pull back to test the 85.82, 86.34 level out there. Let's move on to a question came in late last night. I just happened to be up, maybe not too late, but for me it was kind of late. Well, that wasn't it. Where is it? Right here, I think it is. Perfect. From GTE, and his question was, has the Hang Seng bottomed? And my answer to that, it's possible. If you're asking, does the Hang Seng have a bottoming pattern? For example, when it topped, and it was a beautiful move higher, we all watched that, it topped on the bar following bar number 9, completed a TD9 count top. If you're asking me, does it have a bottoming pattern, the answer is no. The only bottoming pattern it has is prices pulled back towards its breakout level. The actual low of the session overnight got us down to the 19,111 area at 19,061 is its TD9 count breakout area. Now, there's also an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So if that TD9 count breakout area gets pierced, doesn't hold, you're going to look at a fairly large A to B equals CD to the downside. We're just going to move this over to the seat. We're going to try to. Come on, Stevie. Get to work. There we go. So it would, if you get below the breakout area, let me just pull this off to the left. Out here, that's at 19,061. Then the next price target would be about the 18,697 level, and that's a real possibility. Now, that real possibility will come from that weekly time frame chart, because what price needs to do is close below the low from November 29th out there. That low is 19,054. That'll trigger an even larger A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Your specific question is, has it bottomed out there? And the weekly is saying not so fast, and the same thing is coming from the monthly time frame chart. But 19,061 is support. So GT, hope that helps you out with regard to your question out there. Nicholas writes in, would like to take a look at CRWD. So let's get over to that set of charts. CRWD, come on, populate here. Trading out right now at about 362.05, trading with inside its profile. Nicholas, that's got support at 342.41 and resistance up at the 363.95 level. Do I have anything more than that to help you out on the daily? I don't. Is there a bottom pattern? No, just a consolidation with inside profiles. Now, we take a look at the weekly time frame chart. The weekly time frame chart has a confirmed TD9 count top. The high formed on the bar following bar number 9. Price never closed above that level. But what price has also done, it's tested and rejected that green oscillator and change line. So the weekly chart says the work to the bottom may be over with. Its signal is neutral. And finally, we take a look at CrowdStrike. Let's go ahead and populate this with our signals out there. It's bullish. Trade above profile and it's trading above oscillator and change line out there. So the daily's got your consolidation out there. No idea which way that's going to break, but things look pretty good from the weekly standpoint and the monthly. If I take a quick peek at intraday charts out there, is there anything worth sharing with you? And I'm going to go with the answer there is no. So that was CrowdStrike that you wanted, Nicholas. You also wanted to take a look at ANET out here. So we take a look at ANET. We've got this trading at 114.47. Yesterday was a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator top. Gave you that good old bearish engulfing candle. Price closed below the top of the profile. We're now trading below its oscillator and change line. Its next level of support out here, Nicholas, is going to be at 112.96, and below that would be 110.30. That was the center and the bottom of its profiles. On a weekly basis, bar number 8 of a TD9 count will form. A TD9 count pattern will complete next week as long as next Friday price closes above 112.81. So you want to watch that because you could get a weekly TD9 count top on top of a daily Rhodes momentum indicator top on top of a monthly TD9 count top that is going to likely form this month and would complete in January. So you've got everything inside ANET suggesting that we should begin to start seeing some kind of, it's got topping action out there, that's for sure. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. One or two adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Well, half hour into the show, much more than the last couple of days out here, huh? That's a beautiful thing. You can see there's no sweat on my brow right now. Right now, we've got the Dow that just turned slightly positive, up 6 points. The S&P is flat. The NASDAQ is down 7. The Russell's off 23. The Tranny's down 22. Semi still off 44. Gold up 16. Silver's up 11 pennies. We're going to go take a look at Adobe out here, and that's for SAT-P. And I believe SAT is looking for an entry point out here. So you got bar number 8 today of a TD9 count. That suggests that you could get a bottom that forms between today, Wednesday, and Friday out there. So continue to look out for it. Now, we're not getting that signal at all on the weekly time frame. The weekly has an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. It's actually got a couple of them. It's got a large one and a smaller one. I'm going to get rid of this one out here. It has a couple different A to B equals CD patterns out here. So here's what the larger one looks like. Well, first let's see if the swing point was passed with volume. The swing point on the larger one on the weekly was May 31st. Volume there 17 million shares. And we traded below it last week, closed below it with 14 million shares. So far this week, about 10 million. So you're pushing below that with some nice volume out there. That A to B, let me just draw it. I'm just going to draw an A to B and move it over to the C point just to give us an approximation of where this could be headed to, where the longer term or intermediate term chart. Well, not too bad. I mean, when I say not too bad, get you back down to about the 380 level out there. On the monthly time frame, we've really got the same kind of pattern that's going on here. So it's trading below support. The weekly's trading below support. The daily's also trading below support, and it's red oscillator and change line. So the bigger term picture out here for Adobe SAT would appear to be to the downside. But you've got to wait to see. I know you're looking for the long piece of it. So is there a trade? I think you're looking more from an intermediate term hold, but I can't recall for sure. Is it trying to bottom out here? Yeah, you've got a 65-minute TD9 count and 195-minute TD9 count pattern. The 65-minute chart, I'll pull this over here and take a look at it. You can see here that it completed bar number 9. What you're watching for here, if Adobe's going to rally much further, it's got to close above that oscillator and change line. That's what it's trading into right now, and that's at 422. If it can do that, you ought to rally, or it ought to rally up to the 435 level. There's a TD. You're in bar number 9 right now for the TD9 count for its 195-minute chart out here. So that's got a bottom signal. So it's trying to form a bottom, but that's the information that I can provide to you. You got to be careful because that weekly and that monthly chart. Here's what I would say. Adobe, you can see how in a daily time frame, left handle chart there, that oscillator and change line continues to act as resistance. So any rally that we get out there, you're going to need to see, if you do take a long position, price close above that, which is presently 431.79 out there, in order to say that you're going to get any real downside traction. But it does look like it's setting up for a bounce at a minimum, and that was Adobe. SAT, you also wanted to take a look at ticker symbol MDB out here. So let's open up that set of charts. MDB is trading out. You're looking for a bottom there as well, as my recollection. And, we had a profile change in trend. It looked like we were going to have one, but we're back inside that profile on a daily time frame, and I don't have a bottom. I've got a negated TD9 count pattern out there. On the weekly time frame chart, the only bottom pattern could be a test rejection of its swing point. So the swing point we're looking at is August 9th. 6 million shares traded. Last week we test and reject that with 9 million shares. That says that, well, we would test that high again. The high is 239.65. The low so far for the week is 242. It looks to me like that wants to at least get back and test that swing point, maybe even do more than just that out there. Price rallied up in that oscillator and change line where you would expect it to find resistance. So I'm not seeing the bottom signals here on MDB on an intraday basis. I would be watching. It's 30-minute. I'm not going to pull it over and show it to you, not because I don't want to. Just it's got a TD9 count bottom, and it's got a resistance zone between 245.97 and 247.18 out there. So that was MDB. Sat, so much. Thanks so much for taking the time to write in. Very much appreciated. Let's go take a look at ticker symbol ON. The running shoes. No, I believe that is On Semiconductor. Well, that was wrong. I didn't get it. It got to the one before that. What did I do? Is it here? There we go. Here's On Semiconductor. This is for Dan in New York City. So, Dan, you are at a wave number 7 signal on a daily time frame. It needs a higher low to confirm that pattern. So that's a possibility of a bottom. While the weekly is testing its Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern. That was from April 26 of 2024. Volume on that session, 49 million shares. So far this week, we're pulling back with 20 million halfway through. So it's got, and we're closed tomorrow, so that's not going to help us. But it would seem mathematically that we're pulling back in that swing point with similar style volume out there. I would think that low is going to be tested. That low is 59.34. Your preferred test is a test below 59.34, rejected with lighter volume, less than 49 million shares, bounce back above it, and then see some kind of sign of strength on the daily time frame. Now, price may be bottoming because you've got the weekly trading into the TD9 Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Wave number 7, letter G on my screen right now for the daily time frame, with the monthly hitting 59.61. And 59.61 is its breakout level. If we close below on a monthly basis, if we close below 59.34, and certainly if we do it with more than 168 million shares out there, last month as an example, we did 141, you would trigger a monthly A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. And where would that take us to? Probably, that would take us to like it's heading out of business or something. So right now, prices at support on the monthly, testing an area of support on the weekly, maybe getting a daily bottom signal, but you need a higher low to confirm that pattern out there. Don't worry, Stevie will get it out of his mouth eventually. Let's go on to our next request. That is to take a look at Tesla. This is for Vic out here. If we take a look at Tesla, you just got a consolidation with inside its daily profile. And that runs from 382.27 as support to a sell zone between 428.41 and 437.64. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, it's got a sell the D point top out there. Price did pull back already once last week and tested and rejected a South Southern change line. 383.25-ish is the level to be watching there. And finally, if we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, you've got an A to B equals CD pattern, but no confirmed top out there. The monthly chart still is signaling to you and I that it wants higher price out there. Consolidation on the daily. Topping pattern. We have actually a topping pattern on the daily as well. You've got it on the sell the D point top on the daily and the weekly out there. Now, if price closes below 382.27, Vic, it should target 348.20. That's a daily breakout level. So you got 348.20, 383.18. Those are your real support levels inside of Tesla. Love those balloons, baby. Let's go take a look. We're going to go coming into a break here. So we come back from this break. We're going to take a look at IONQ. We'll take a look at the U.S. dollar index for no spin. We'll take a look at Harmony, whether or not there's a long-term buy out there, and anything else requested that I can get to. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at ticker symbol IONQ. Getting absolutely crushed today. It's confirming a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top in a pretty big way. The key level to watch at day's end, Jambalaya, is going to be 29.74. And obviously our hearts and thoughts and prayers and everything with you and everybody in New Orleans. That's one disaster. You take a look at what's going on in Southern California. It's absolutely sickening. I started watching it a little. I really didn't even know there was much of a fire going on over there, and then caught something on the news. There wasn't much coverage, but I was back up at about midnight, 12:15. Figured maybe CNN would have the best coverage because of just their distribution channel, and heck, all they were covering was the Trump conversation. So it was back to other channels to actually watch what was going on, and pretty sickening out there. I haven't seen any pictures. I don't know that I want to see any pictures out there, but. In any event, let's hope for the best for everybody out there. So you've got Ionic that is trading below 29.74. That's the bottom of its bullish structured profile. So a close below that today is going to increase the odds. We'll move back to its TD9 count breakout level. That's down at 1585. You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that's going to go ahead and confirm on the weekly chart. It will do that on Friday. It won't form a TD9 count top. The close is going to be below the close of bar number 5. At least that's what it looks like at this stage. Where's price headed here on a weekly basis? So the daily says 1585. The weekly says you have a buy zone between 1554 and 2063. And finally, when we take a look at the monthly time frame chart out there, its level of support will be down at 1988. So I'm looking at intraday charts on a different screen. I don't see any kind of bottoming signals or anything out there. Not that you can't get, and when I say the shortest time frame I'm looking at is a 30-minute time frame chart. So watch 29.70. If that holds at day's end, boy, that would be nice. That's your bullish structured profile. But any closing below 29.74 likely headed to lower grounds, 1585, 2063, 1988, those being the very likely price targets. Next request out here. So thanks for that request. Next request coming in from somebody who's asking about Harmony, and I didn't put down the name. Might have been, it was just, couldn't really figure out who it might have been requesting. But the question is there a long-term buy? So we take a look at Harmony. Let's start with the daily time frame. The daily time frame shows a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern that went ahead and formed on December 31st. And then this has been rallying. Today is the first day where it's attempting to generate a profile change in trend signal. In order to do that, it needs a close above 859, but it also needs a close above 859 tomorrow. If that unfolds, then price should run up to where price had broken down from at 927. You can see on a weekly time frame that price last week closed right at its profile. The week before was below it. When I say what's the profile level, the bottom of that profile is 834. Last week's close was 834, right on it. So we don't have a profile change in trend. We do have, though, a test of a swing point. That was a swing point from June 14th, 15 million shares. That was tested and rejected last week with 15 million shares. So it was tested with slightly more, about the similar volume. This week has so far been a test of that swing point. What you'd really like to see this week is a close above 866. And do it on less than 15 million shares. So far this week, we're at 15 million shares already this week. Bummer. So that could be signaling to you and I that Harmony is not done testing the bottom, and I'm referring to the swing point from June 14th out there. The monthly time frame chart. Price last month closed below the bottom of its profile, suggesting a profile change in trend. That was at 846. We're trading at 864 right now. Not to be dyslexic or anything. And so if we can hold this 846 level, pulling back to support, can in fact be a bottom. That's the same thing with regard to that weekly chart. We're just looking at those volumes and that swing point test on that weekly time frame. But the daily is this a long-term buy? If I found a nice real significant bottom in gold out there, I would say yes out here. But if you're asking me, is Harmony, does it have daily bottom? The answer is yes. Is it likely to rally? Watch the top of that profile at day's end. Watch it again on a Friday. And if price is able to hold and close above 859, should at least rally to 937 out there. So I hope that helps you out. There was a request to take a look at the U.S. dollar index. So let's get those charts on the screen. For that, I'm going to have to go over to my e-signal system. And let's get over to this set of charts out here. So we take a look at the U.S. dollar index. It is long and strong. We're trading the March 2025 contract out here. I've drawn in a smaller A to B equals CD pattern. We're trading above profile resistance out there in a daily time frame. That's at 108.27. Yesterday, we had price pull back, test, reject the bottom of its profile out there. So it's resuming its trend to the upside. That upside target 109.74 at a minimum. That's on the daily time frame. On the monthly time frame, you can see we're trading on profile resistance. I don't have enough data. In order to really get the data, what I'd have to do is put in a continuous contract. I will do that. I would disregard the profile levels out there. And if we take a look at the weekly time frame, let me open this up here. What the weekly was showing us was a nice consolidation type pattern out there. And so you've got a measured move. What this is really telling us is that price wants to get back to the highs of September of 2022 out there. That's anywhere between the range of 111.54 to 114.74. Now, most of this is courtesy of the euro. Let's pull this up on our screen for us if we can. Oh, that's not it. Shoot. I can get it right off of here. Give me a second to get the proper symbol out here, and let's put this in our our 3 time frame set of charts out there. I'm gonna work. There we go. So you're going to see the euro. Now the euro is just getting pummeled and crushed. And we take a look at the euro out here on its weekly time frame. The euro has a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Now that price projection ought to take us down to 97 cents, maybe 95 cents out there. Again, that would take us back into the 2022 lows out there. So just as I had indicated that the dollar is likely to get up to its 2022 high, the euro is likely to get down to its 2022 lows out there. Now, as price pulls out of here, we're going to see global capital flight into the U.S. It's the way it always works out there. So, it could really temper the type of move that we would see to the downside. But is no spin? Is the dollar strong? You got it. It is strong like bull. That ain't no bull out there. We had a request to take a look at natural gas. That came in from Ron. Let's go take a look at get natural gas. I think I had set that up just before we came back live. I think that is right here. And your question, not to be difficult or anything, but the question was, what do we see for natural gas for the rest of the day? Well, great question. So the first thing I'm looking for are tops out here. So the tops that I see first I'm going to give you the TD9 count top that was negated on the 60-minute time frame. That high out there was 3.651, and price closed at 3.657. It did that at 11 a.m. So that is suggesting that it wants higher price. What's going to get in the way? The only thing getting in the way right now that I can visually see out here is on the 10-minute time frame, which had a TD9 count top run. And in order for price to tell you it wants to move higher, you need to see it close about 3.665 today. Steve Rhodes would, at some point in time during the day. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. Yeah, those fires are just the winds last night. I mean, they were howling 60, 80 miles per hour out there. I mean, it's just going to be just Southern California, that part of Los Angeles, Pacific Palisades, that whole area out there, Malibu, everything. It is definitely not going to look the same. In any event, we're taking a look at high-grade copper out here. This is for Hector and Patty. They're out in California. I think you're more towards the northern part, but you know who we know that is down there? Anyway, let me get through. I only got a minute here. Let's take a look at high grade copper. And yeah, this is strong like bull. Now, prices right now is taking on a key level resistance sector, and that's $4.25. That's where we're trading right now. That happens to be the top of the weekly profile. So what you're really looking for out here is you've got a daily profile change in trend. We've been 2 days above 413. That was the top of the daily profile. Close above 4.25. Let me give you the exact number. 4.2504. 4.2504. If we close above that on Friday and then close above it the following Friday, then we have a profile change in trend there. You've got price that pulled back to test support, which is held. If price can close above 425, then the next level of resistance is going to be between 430. That's the bottom of the monthly profile, and 4.35. That is its oscillator and change line. So it is strong like bull. I'm looking at the intraday charts out here. I see a 30-minute Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, but it looks like that will hold. Support right now is about the $4.24 mark out there. To finish off the show out here, and this has been pretty smooth, huh? How about that? We finally figured out how to at least get a smooth show going. That's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at that NQ out here, see what it is doing. So in the case of the NQ, still hasn't really gotten off the floor, so to speak. Key levels here to be watching, at least to the upside, 21,419, 459. 453 out there. Those are key levels of resistance. If price can take those out, you ought to see a further rally. Stay tuned, folks, for all the great programming. I will see you on Friday. Remember, the markets are closed tomorrow in honor of President Carter being laid to rest. So have a wonderful Wednesday, a terrific Thursday, and I'm going to see you on fantastic and fabulous Friday. Take care. Thanks for your help today.